Okay. So today we are going to discuss Linux. So what is the important of Linux required for the DevOps engineer? It is not up to Linux administration level, but as much what required as a DevOps engineer we should learn now. So Linux is an operating system that evolved from the kernel created by Linus Torvalds. That is the history of Linux. When he was student, it is introduced like it is created by Linus Torvalds. Then when uh, the Linus Torvalds was studying at the university, it is created, and it is he was using the version of Unix operating system. So Unix is also called Minix, and that is now it is changed to Linux. So Linux is and other users sent request for modification and improvements to Minix creator. Then it is changed to Linux, and that's when Linus decided to create his own operating system that would take account users comments and suggestions for improvements. So because of that, it is created the Linux. And when it comes to Linux distributions, we have these are the main distributions we have in the Linux. We also call it flavors. So you may get the question in the interviews as what are the Linux flavors and which one you are using in your organization or which one you have learned. So mainly in the organization we are going to use Ubuntu, CentOS and Red Hat Linux. These three are the important. And other than that also like some of the companies use Debian and then Amazon Linux are there. These and all are there. These are the list of uh, Linux distribution are also called Linux flavors. So downloading different flavors of Linux distributions, we can download directly from the home page as it is open source operating system and it's free to download. But this and all we can download it and we can use in the desktop by creating a virtual machine and we can use a different operating system Linux. Next is kernel and shell. So kernel is one of the important where in the Linux kernel architecture will be like this. So how we are going to use a device same like our computer or laptop, it is contains CPU, memory, device, then it will be kernel and then application. Kernel is a very important for our Linux operating system, what we call operating system. Kernel is very important. It is called heart of the operating system. I think you have already learned in education. We all know about the kernel. Next is file directory system, where we are going to use the following the directories which we use in the Red Hat operating system. These are like we will be having different directory system. When you check the Windows, it will be there like this. These are the files, and when we use this PC, it will be there C, and inside that one we can see the program files, software. Mainly is program files, preflags, then program files, then users Windows, this kind of. And again, we can see inside of the different directory, we will be having the different folders. By defaultly, we will get these folders from the laptop side. So if you click on the users, it will be there user. Then inside the user, we have like this and all whatever we have installed. Those application repositories, or we call it directories folders. So those same like that, we will be having the different folder structure or a directory structure in the Linux. So kernel is the very important like core program of the Linux operating system. It is going to intermediate bridge between hardware and software application. That is what kernel. And in that one, we are going to discuss about directory structure. So these are the main directories we'll be having. One is bin, then dev, etc, home, lib is library, last plus found, then media, misc, net. These and all different file structure we will be having, but some of them is mainly we are going to use limited. We are going to use the limited directories in the regular basis. That one we are going to discuss now. So now I am going to create a operating system, sorry, Linux virtual machine by using the Linux operating system. So currently I am in the region. I'm going to use the United States, North Virginia. Also, we can use the different regions here. So for learning purpose, you can create one virtual machine that is called EC2 Instance. Click on any region. So I'm taking Mumbai region here.
Sir, I did not get this page again.
Okay, so it will take time. Maybe
Hello?
it should be showing as it is not yet activated, right?
Um, Before I have created notes at the time it has shown. Now it's not showing after logging.
Oh, which page it is showing now?
Like AWS Marketplace like that. It's showing like that.
So you can go to AWS console login. Click on
Console
this.
login.
Yeah, once you log in, you can click on this button, all services.
Okay.
So if you click on all services, it will list the services, and you can click on EC2. So it will list this particular instance. So if you are
Okay.
still facing issue, we will discuss at the end of the class. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. So now I am in the Mumbai region. So if you want to create a EC2 instance, first is you have to click on just if you are in the main home page, you can go to all services. If you go to the all services, then you will get the option EC2. Click on EC2. This is the instance, EC2 instance dashboard. Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud. You call it EC2. This is a virtual machine, same like our laptop, our system. We are going to create one virtual server. Click on launch server, launch instance. So getting started, we can getting started walkthroughs, learn about EC2 and launch test instance. We can learn and we can start it. Otherwise, we can launch without walkthrough. So both is it will take 3 times, but I don't want to walk through. I will directly launch without walkthrough. So here we have to give any name. So Linux demo I will give. So that is the instance name. Number of instance I'm going to take one instance only, and then we have to select the operating system. As we discussed till now, there are multiple flavors: Amazon Linux, Ubuntu. Even we can create a Windows as well here by using AWS, and also Ubuntu, Red Hat, SUSE Linux, Debian. We have this many. So whichever we required, I'm going to create Red Hat operating system. I'm selecting. So it is free tier eligible. You can see here if there are any free tier is not available, then you have to be careful. Otherwise, you are going to get the bill as per you are using. And then you can see architecture, AMID, publish date. This and all is no need to change anything. Next is you have to come down. Instance type. This is very important. Here you have to select free tier or T3 small, whichever you want, you can select. So free tier eligible is this is enough for me because 2 CPU, 1 GB memory is there. If you want to create more, then I'm going to select now 2 CPU, 2 GB memory. I'm going to take it. It is also free tier eligible. Now key pair. So key pair is currently I don't have any key pair, so I can create a new key pair. Without key pair, we can't log in. That's why I'm going to create it one with the .pem. Enter key pair name Linux demo. So I'm going to create key pair. So I will download it is downloaded. I'm going to use the same to log in. Now network settings and all no need to change anything. Create security group, select existing. So for now just I am using for the Linux practice purpose. I'm going to allow SH traffic and also allowing HTTP. I'm going to allow. Then I'll use for now 10 GB. That is enough for me. So I'm going to create 10 GB and also till 30 GB will be having free. You can create 30 GB per month. You can use it. If you are not using, you can delete the instance and also you can stop it. If you stop it, then no problem. If you are still your instance is running, then it will be counted in the billing. If you stop it, then you are not going to get any bill. Okay. File system is not required for now, so I have selected none. And this and all advanced is not no need to change or select anything. I am going to click on the launch instance. So you can follow this same. If you have any doubts, I have already uploaded one video regarding the launching AWS instance. You can go through that in my YouTube channel as well. I think it is already created. So I have created how to create EC2 instance as well, and also how to create AWS account. This one you can go through it once and create one EC2 instance for yourself. Okay. Now launching instance is done. I have opened the instance here. To connect this one, we can connect it. So if you are not using the instance, then you can stop the instance by clicking on stop instance. And also once you want to start again, you can click on start instance. If you don't want to use again, then you can terminate or delete it. So now instance is created and it is running state. Now we can connect it. So click on connect. There are multiple options. If you go to the SH client, you can use this command. If you go here, it will directly connect here as well without PEM file. But now I am going to use SH client. By using this command, I am going to connect it. So for that one, if you directly go to the git bash and run the command same, whatever we have copied, it won't work. See, identify file, Linux demo not accessible, no such file directory. See, I'm getting the error as there is no file. So here it is. I'm going to open it. I will copy and store in different. New Linux demo. I have pasted here. I will go to git bash. Open git bash here. We can use this one as well, and also we can use virtual studio as well. VS Code. Any virtual editor you can use it as per your convenience. So now I am going to copy the command. So the command meaning is first is sh-i, that is a mandatory. Then this particular is the file name which we are using for this login, and then EC2 user username. By default we will get as a username is EC2 user. Then we are going to use this one. This is, we can use a public IP here. If you go to instance, host name. So this one private, this is a public IP. So you can use this one as well. And here it is. Yeah, my name. Yeah, this one you can use public IP before address. By using that one, you can log in. Or else public DNS. Both are we can use. So now I will enter. It is logged in. So you can see username EC2-user, and this is the public IP address of the server. Okay. Now once we logged in, we can check the, from here we are going to start the commands, Linux commands. Please learn. So ls is the command to list the files or directories whichever available. And now I have logged in as a EC2 user username, and I want to go to the root user. Sudo su hyphen is the root user. And if you want to go back to the EC2 user, then exit. Okay. Now the directories. So directories in the Red Hat operating system, mainly bin, it is going to contain the commands and binary files. User can access the commands. So it will be like make directory, ls, cd, ps, these kind of commands. So cd, see here, these are the default folders which we have in the Linux operating system. We will be having different use for the different repository. You can find out here. Next is boot. So boot is we are nothing but we are going to reboot the system. That purpose will be having the boot directory. Then dev, it contains the device files. So device files example like USB or any device attached to the server. So that is will be system like hardware system which we are going to use, physical server we are going to use. Then etc, it contains the configuration files. So these are all the configuration files which we have etc in the etc. Okay, next is, sorry, in the bin we have these many files. So every file, every directory will be having a different purpose, and also we are not going to change anything. By default, it will be created by the system itself when we have created the operating system, that is a Linux. Then home directory, it contains a home directory for all users to store their personal files. Same like here in the Windows, how we have users, this one home, it contains a home directory. Here in the Windows we have users. Inside the users we have these are the home directory of each and every. So this one m2 is a maven home directory, eclipse is a eclipse home directory, and docker is a docker home directory, and .aws is a aws cli home directory. This one you can see inside configurations, credentials, this and all will be there. That is the home directory here in the Linux operating system. So if you go here, I'll go back, cd slash home ls. See, this one is the only one user. Till now, I have not created any user. That's why it is showing cd hyphen ec2 hyphen user. Same like this one. How I have in the Windows. And if I check inside the cd ec2 user ls, as of now, I don't have anything because I have not created any directories or any software installed here. That's why it is not showing anything. Okay. Now, next is last plus found. So these directories and all we are going to see, like if there is anything missed or lost, some of the files that will be stored under last plus found directory, and media miss, this and all we are going to use in the physical physical server. Currently I am using the virtual servers, so these files are not available. And proc is a contains RAM, process and kernel information. So PROC, let's see. So it will contains the information about RAM, CPU usage, then process, kernel information and all, it will be available under this one. So we are not going to touch anything about this one. It will be, it is mainly taken care by Linux administration level. Linux admins will be working on, and also system admins. Then root is the same like EC2 user. So if you go back, I will log in as a root user. Sudo su cd root. So it will be like root user details it's going to store, same like EC2 user, but here nothing is created. That's why it is not showing any data as of now. Then sbin. Sbin is just like a bin. How we have I have already shown previously. It contains the commands and files, but only root user can access. So only root user can access these particular folder cd sbin. See here sbin, srv, sys, this and all only root user can access. You can see all the details about files and commands and files. This is for the root user. Root user nothing but is the owner of the operating system. He will be having the all the permission, kind of admin. Every access and permission will be there for the root user. Same srv, sys, system files will be there, and tmp is a temporary files it's going to show. Like whenever we install something, it's going to create some uh, temporary files. That one will be stored under tmp file. So if you go to the tmp, here it's going to store the temporary files. These are the uh, encrypted files. We can't check anything, or it will be only present, and also you can delete them if not required. Even in the Windows operating system, if you go to temp, you can see a lot of temporary files. If you are facing some slowness, you can delete all the data to make it like to reduce the traffic. Same like temporary files will be stored in the tmp. Then use usr, it contains the binaries and libraries like AWS, IHS, DB2, etc., DB2, these kind of related softwares will install in this directory. So when we install the something or the softwares, it's going to store the binaries and libraries by defaultly. In this particular USR, it's going to store. Then where, it contains the variable files. As we know, where like in Windows, we'll be having the system variables. If you go to here, environment variables, this one will start learning in the Maven as well. So we have to set up the environment variables for each and every application when we install it. So Maven I have installed. So it is I have configured the environment variable. This is system variables. This is the variables per user. Same like that. It contains where contains the variable files. This includes system log files like var log and emails. Then temp file needed across the reboot. So if you go here, cd var log. See, these are the files we can see in the logs. So it will be like audit, chrony. These are all folders, and these are all files, messages, secure, spooler, everything it is going to store. That is a variable files will be having in this particular var directory. Then tmp contains the temporary files as I already mentioned. So in this one, if it is slash, then it is called a root directory. So if you type this one, it will directly go to the root directory. Whatever there, it is a root directory, and it will be contain all the files like temporary var, usr, sys, srv. This will be everything will be present the uh, root directory only. These are all root. Root is nothing but base point of the operating system which we are using, etc, home. So whenever we use this particular repository, we have to use the slash in before that repository. We have to give slash, otherwise it is not going to take anything. So for example, if I will go back, cd home, if I give home, it is not going to take because it is there under root. So when the folder is under root directory, then we have to click on that slash, then only we have to give the folder name. So till now we have discussed folder structure, how the folders will be look like, and what are the important folders, and what is the purpose of those directories or folders. Now we are going to start with the commands. One second. Now commands. So first command is mkdir. So mkdir is nothing but make directory. So directory is nothing but we call folder. In the Linux we call it directory. So to create a directory, mkdir we use mkdir DevOps. So I have created a DevOps directory. It is created here. So directories will be in the blue color. It is going to show. So in this command we have multiple options as well. One is M, another one is P, then V. M is set the access mode for the new directory, and next is P is if the parent directories don't exist, this command create them. So if you want to create a parent directory, then we can use P. Then print a message for each created directory. That is V. We can use. So now I have created a normal directory, and if I want to create display message, then you can use mkdir -v Linux. See, it is nothing but it is showing as mkdir created directory Linux. It is showing a message for that particular repository which we have created. Next is -p. So -p is nothing but we are going to create a parent directory. Parent is, for example, here in the DevOps, you want to create three repositories. Same like here, one particular I will take. See here, I have a three folders. One is course material, DevOps notes new, DevOps batch one. Like that, three folders we want to create at a time with the parent sub-parent folders. Then we can use -p. So I will create mkdir DevOps one. Then I will use batch one weekday. So I will use -p here. Now if I check ls, see DevOps one is created here under this folder, and inside that DevOps one I will have batch one. Then again inside that one weekday should be there. CD batch one and ls weekday. Like this it is going to create. So if I want to check all the folders at a time, then you can use free DevOps. Okay, tree command not found. Okay, fine. So it is going to show all the folders, whichever it is like under DevOps one, it is there, batch one, and then again it is under batch one, it is a weekday where we can see this kind of parent directory purpose we use -p command. And next is ls command. So ls command I am using from long time now itself. So again I will show. Ls is a command to list the files and directories. And if you want to list all the files and directories including hidden, then you can use -a. And if you want to display the details about this one, the files like it is going to contain the permission, username, then the date and time, then we can use ls-ltr. Okay. Next is next the permissions. So permission is very important in the Linux because each and every file having a different permissions, and also we have to provide the permission for the users. So we are going to see how we are going to provide the permissions. So provide the permission for that particular folder, then we use -m like mkdir new -m. See, now I am giving 775. So I will give full permission 77777 new. So if I check now ls hyphen ltr, this particular folder it is showing green, and also it is having the different permission, that is complete permission. So this particular line it will show permission of your repository or permission of your file. So we are going to discuss that later. What is the permissions and how to give count the permissions. Okay. Now ls command I have already explained. ls is a list the content of your current working directory. Only the current working directory is going to display, and some options with ls are -l. So list in long format we are going to use ls-l. So it's going to list all the long format, and then a is all files including hidden files which are start with a dot. Then -f, it is used to classify the directories executables. It will append indicator one of these two entries. So it's going to display. Let me show how it will display. See, this one is the folders it will display. It will show the in the different folder structure, like inside it will be there the files, it will be directories. I'll create one file such hello.html. So if you see here, this will be in the white color, the file should be in that white color, and the folders will be in the blue colors. Hyphen I, it will list the inode number in the first column. So if I use ls-I, here each and every folder is showing. Before that it is showing a one number, that is called inode number. So inode number is, it is identifying number for each and every file and directory. It's going to generate it whenever we create them. So that is called inode. And r, so hyphen r we are going to use recursively list all directories and subdirectories. So ls r, see, recursively is nothing but it is going to show DevOps inside that one any files, then it will display. See, DevOps, there is nothing, it is not showing. DevOps 1, it is a batch 1, it is showing. Again, DevOps 1, batch 1, there is a weekday, so it is showing here. Again, DevOps 1, batch 1, weekday. Like that, it's going to show recursively. Hyphen R, so hyphen here is nothing but small r, it's going to show in the reverse order. Same, when we click on ls, it's going to show DevOps first, right? But here in this one, it is going to show in the reverse. So alphabetically order, normally it will show if you want to display in the reverse order. So whichever is the whichever alphabet is there last, then it will show first. So for example, I will create one more folder file such Xerox. So if I enter this one and if I check it, it will show last for the ls, but same for ls hyphen r, it will show first because the x is the last alphabet. So for hyphen r we are going to use a, for reverse order we can see. Next is hyphen t, sorts file by access time. So hyphen t I am going to use. So Xerox hello.html new DevOps this and all, right? So I'm going to check now cd linux, and I will again come back. I will check now ls-t Xerox hello new. Okay, it is not showing ls-t. Actually, it should show accessible time based on the files accessible time. It should show vim Xerox. Okay, we See, now you can see here this particular ls hyphen normal, if you give ls, it will display DevOps 1 hello.html Linux, this kind of. But when I give the hyphen t, the files whichever accessed first, the recent, then it will show in the first. So same like this, hello.html Xerox, then DevOps 1, this kind of it is going to show. So the files, if you have already accessed like recently, then it's going to show. So in the real time, for example, you want to list the files which we have recently used, then we can use the command ls hyphen t. Next is hyphen d. It is going to shows the name of directories and not their contents. So hyphen d, if you want to show the only directories, then we use hyphen d. Same like ls only, it is going to show, because inside content it is not going to show. So ls hyphen d, it is a dot there. So if I hyphen ad, okay, no, sorry. So this is a dot, it's showing because the content it is not going to show here. That's why it is not showing. Inside the files it is not showing. Only the dot it is showing in this particular directory. If I go back somewhere, 1 minute, pwd ls hyphen d slash home EC2. So it is going to show the particular directory only. Inside that, if some content is there, it's not going to show anything. So if I give DevOps here, it will show the DevOps. That's it. So it's not going to show any content inside the directories. It's going to display the directory only. Next is H. It's going to indicate the human readable. This mentions file sizes in kilobytes, megabytes, or gigabytes instead of just bytes, which is default setting. Use this option with I only. So I, not I, it is L. So if I give ls hyphen ltr, so this is the size of the file, 626, this and all. So if some file is there with a higher size, then it's going to display in the human readable. So this one, it's going to show in the human readable. For example, see here, total 4.0K. Here it is showing only 4, but it is showing in kilobytes here. So in the real time, we will be having, for example, some files will be having the 1123 KB, then 1500 KB, or 5 GB, 6 GB, like that. It's going normally it's going to show with the kilobytes like 20, 30, like that. But when we use H, it's going to show in the human readable. So let's see some files maybe here, ls hyphen lh. See here, 4 KB, it is there, 3.2, 4.3. If I use normal, then it will display 4096, 449. So we can't understand what is this number. Then when we use LH, then it will show the correctly in the KB. It is going to convert into KB or MB or GB, like that. It is going to convert and it will display. That is why we use H command. That is also very important when where we use regularly to display our CPU usage and all. So another command I'm going to use here just for example purpose now. So du, so du and dh command we are regularly will use. So currently it is only 4. Du is nothing but disk usage. It is displaying df. See here, 2.2 GB. If I use df hyphen l, only df, it is going to display in the like 2 lakh 22 lakh 45,736. We don't know what is the value, 4,760. This kind of it will display. But same when we use hyphen h, then it will display in the human readable format. So currently the size of the memory I have taken 20 GB while creating instance, EC2 instance, and available is 18 GB and 2.2 GB used already. And what and all it is used, dev TMPFS directory having the 717 MB and TMPFS 824 MB. This kind of we can see here. So when you use normally without using H option, then it will display in the numbers without any KB or MB. So then it will be difficult to understand. That's why we use H option with the whatever the command we use for the uh, checking the storage. Then S. S is sorts file by file size. Sort files by file size. This option is useful when used together with the option L only. So again, so I will go to any other folders cd etc ls. So these are folders are there here. Now I want to display with a size. Then how we can display hyphen ls. See, it's going to display the files based on the size of those files. See, there are many files are there. See, the first file is there in the 7 lakh size. Then again it is there. So still we are not able to understand what is the number. At the time what we have to use LSH. See, now it will display in the MB KB. See, 686 KB is the first file. 16K, 8.7K, 8.6K like that. It will display when we use. So S command, S option we are going to use to sort the files by size of the files. L is last long listing. By default we have to use ls hyphen ls. If you use, then it will display. But H is come to convert it to human readable. This is how we can use. So if I use R, what is the R use? We have already used previously. So previously it was showing whatever the high size, it was showing first. Now it is showing in the reverse order. So reverse order purpose I have used option R. So when we use R option, whatever the files, it is going to show the reverse order. If you use directly with only R, then it is going to show in the alphabetically reverse order. But I have used here S option. S is sorting the files by file size. So this is also very important. So you may get the questions in interviews as well. Like I want to list the files by sorting file size. So for that one, you can answer the question by using ls-ls. You can display, we can list the files by file size. And if you want to display in the reverse, then you can use R. This is how we can use. In real time, we'll be having the n number of log files. So at that time, we are going to use this as well. Sort files by file size hyphen s. Remember it. Okay. Now next is, so same ls hyphen l. I have used all the commands here one by one. So you can see each and every file, each and every commands. And when we use ls hyphen l, what and all details will be there. I already, okay. I'll go back to my folder here. Ls. If I click ls hyphen l, it will display this content. This is the defaultly it will show long listing. So what and all it is there. So I'm going to explain now. The first is this one, permission of the folder or permission of the file. So when I whichever the content started with a D permission, then it will be directory folder. So directory will start with a D. If it is started with hyphen, then it is file. So you can easily understand whichever the file, whichever is folder. Next is the first one is permission. The next one is number of links. If there are any links, then it will show. So for example, one, it is showing there is no link. Next is Linux. So all the files it will show as the links, two, because we can open that one. And here DevOps one is showing three because this having the subdirectories as well. That's why it is showing three. So links, it will show number of links. The next is main, owner and group owner. So this is the owner of the file who has created, and this is the owner of the group. So the group, the particular user who has created a file, the user belongs to which group? That is the group name. The next is size of the file in bytes. So this one, the size of the file in bytes. If you use H, then it will display in the human readable. So for now it is not showing because very less size is there, this particular one, but here you can see 4K. Next is date and time of the file or folder created. So this one, date and time, June 15, 13, 12, 13, 14, 13, 21. This one you can see here. Next is file name or directory name. So this is the file name or directory name. In the whichever is available in the blue color, it will be folders. If it is marked in the green, whichever it is like file or folder, then it will be having the executable permission. So you can see here this particular folder having the all the permissions, all having the X is nothing but executable permissions. So if I give search triple H, sorry, 777, see here for Xerox also it is showing green. So whichever the file is having the green color, it means that particular having the completely for everyone whoever having the access having the executable permission. In the real time, we'll be having these kind of colors for executable files. For example, script files and all we will be having in the green color. Okay, same explanation I have given. You can go through it once. Okay, so I have already explained previously ls hyphen li. If you use ls hyphen li, it's going to display inode. So if I give directly I, it will display only inode here. So what is this inode? Inode number is a data structure that contains information about files that are created when a file system is created. So when a file system is created, that is like whenever we create any file or folder, it's going to create a one number, that is a inode number. That is a data structure information about the files. Each file has a inode and it is identified by inode number in the file system. Okay. When a new file is created, one inode number will assign to that particular file. The following information are stored in inode. So the particular file or folder, all the information will be stored under inode. What and all information will be there in the inode? So one is owner and group of the file, then file type, which type it is like it can be text file or HTML file or whatever the file type it's going to store, and then permission on the file, which what kind of permission having, and then is date and time of creation, last read and change, then date and time this information has been changed in the inode, then number of links to this file, then file size. These information will be having in the inode. So some sample question I have given here. You can see in the Linux which of the following information inode does not contain. So this all the information will be there, but file name does not contain in the inode. In the inode there will be no file name. It will be having the permission, owner ID, size of the file, number of links, file type, everything will be there, but there will be no file name contains in the inode. Okay. The next is ls command we are going to again use. So this particular one is very important. We are going to use. So for example, you have n number of files and you want to display only the particular file, then we are going to use B. So for example, you want to list the files. So I'll go to any etc. I will go ls. So here there are number of files. I'll do cd star m. Okay, star m now. ls m star I'll give. So it is going to display wherever it is there, but it is not showing. 1 minute. Machine, yeah. Here it is display machine ID, magic, everything, all the files. It is showing whichever start with the M. So M is starting with, so machine ID, magic, make dump file. This and all it is going to show. So whichever the files starting with M, then it will, we can give the M star. And if you want to display with the ending with some letter. So for example, star A I will give. No such file or directory. It is not displaying because there is no file ending with A. So I will check it once again. Yes, I will give. So now I have given as S where it is displaying. So whichever the files ending with S. So it is showing as aliases, exports, host, networks, services, shells, this and all ending with S. So this particular command we can use it if you want to find the any particular files which are starting with some letter or ending with a letter, then we can use star and like star s or s star, then we can use the particular letter. So alternatively it is showing this one as well, like some of the files approach, like these are executable files like that. Okay, next is files just having letter B. So if you want to find the that particular letter contains, it can be ending or starting or wherever it is there, then you can give star letter star. So it will display where I have given. So ls, I- see here the s is contained wherever it can be. Here it is contained in between, it is in the end, it is in the middle. uh, so wherever the files are contain s letter, then it is showing all the files in that particular folder. So if I go back to my folder again, here there are a D, starting with a D we have multiple and X are multiple. So I will show star X. So ending with X are two files, it is listing. And if I give same D star, then it will displaying two. But why it is showing batch? Okay, inside DevOps one, the subfolder it is showing, but these are the two files it is displaying starting with D. And if I want to display both, like wherever it can be present, then I will give O. So it should display three files. DevOps hello.html, four totally. Hello.html, Xerox, DevOps, DevOps one. Like this, we can use it. Like in the real time also, we can check in the logs. You will get to know while working on the logs and all. We can see these commands we use. So in the Linux, these commands, whichever I am discussing, each and every command is important. So learn while practice. Once you practice with the real time, then only you can learn. That's why you have to practice, create some dummy files, delete them, and work on them. So last single letter file, last double letter file. So if you want to display ls last single letter and double letter file, then you can use no such file directory. Why it is? Now, so ls question mark is not there. It is not available. Double letter, single lettered. One second. Okay, these two are not available. Next is ls hyphen grep, this one. So this command we are going to use to, it will display only subdirectories from the current directory. That one we are going to use d. So subdirectories from the current directory we can use, you can ls hyphen l grep. See, this is like this command which I am showing is, it is going to search for the letter d, and it is going to display whichever available in this particular command. It's going to search for d, and it is showing all the files which contains d. But subdirectories we have to use different command. That should be grep. No, it is not showing. Yeah. So this one is subdirectories DevOps 1 Linux new. No, again it is wrong. So it is showing all the directories whenever we use grep command. So to display the subdirectories, we can use the ls hyphen r itself. So it will display all the subdirectories whichever are available, and then we can use ls hyphen d star. This one. These are all the directories which are showing. So directory it will show, because in this particular one only dot is there. These are all subdirectories of that particular dot folder. And then we can use tree hyphen d, but tree is not available. So when the command is not available, then we have to use, inside we have to go and we have to install sudo hyphen su hyphen yum install. So this command I am going to explain next. Sudo yum install tree hyphen y. So this is yum command is very important. Even in the real time, if you are using a Red Hat, then yum command is very important to install any command or any package. Then we are going to use a command called yum. So now I am going to use a tree command. It will display. Previously it was not showing, but now when I install the command, then it is showing the particular. So this is tree command is to display the directory structure of the files. So each and every file. So DevOps is only one. So it is showing only one here. DevOps one having the multiple. So it is showing parent directory, subdirectories. Then same like that for all the files it is going to show. Tree is the like complete family tree it is going to show. So ls-ld it will display only subdirectories from the current directory along with soft link directories also. So same ls-ld star slash. So it is going to display directories and subdirectories. As I mentioned, these are all the subdirectories of the current directory. So I'm going to show in the different one cd/etc. So if I execute the same command here, it will display all the subdirectories of that particular directory. So if I give this is the main directory etc, inside that one it is going to display what and all directories are there. It is going to display, that is the ls-ld. Okay, exit cd command to change the directory. If you want to change to any the particular path, then you can give the path. And if you want to go back directly to the home directory, means just a cd, it will go. So tilt symbol is a home directory. Here I have created these files. And if I want to go to the any folder here, like I want to go to the DevOps one, then I will go to cd DevOps one. Again cd, I have which file I have, cd batch one. So here I can give the directly the path. Again inside that one I have weekday, so I can give this path and I can go inside. So if I want to go back one folder back, then I can give double dot. I want to go to two folders back, then I can give double dot slash double dot. This is a cd command change directory, you can use it. So in the command itself we can get to know, if you are smart enough, like cd is nothing but change directory, mkdir is nothing but make directory, like that we can get to know. And ls is nothing but list the files, like that we should understand. In the linux, the commands itself, it's going to tell us what is the exact use of command. Some of the commands are not going to tell, but we can get to most of the command what is the use of that. Next is ls-p. So by using it will display the kilobytes used by each subdirectory of the current directory. So you can give this command. It's going to display like what is the usage, what is the use of kilobytes. So here du xr du. So du hyphen sh. This particular files it will display. So now I am going to use. So it will show that in the kilobytes. If you want to display in here, you can see 24 kilobytes it is showing for total 4K. But if it is if you have used a lot of storage, then it will display in the different format. So I will go to cd etc. See, it will display all the files, how much storage used. Based on this command, we can get to know xargs. So this one ls-p grep. Then we can give the file, which file we want to get to know. The next is file types in long list. So file types, we have the different file types in the Linux. You can get to know. One is by using this symbol, the meaning we are going to get to know. Like I already explained, cd, go back to my folder here, ls-l. See here d, if you starting with d, then it will be directory. If it is starting with the hyphen, normal file, just a normal text file, it will be there. And if it is starting with the L, then it is soft link. So if I go to cd etc ls-l, L is soft link. So you can see here, this particular file started here in the permission, you can see L. So, and also the color of the file will be in the different color. So this particular file soft link to this file. So soft link and hard link will be having, that is we are going to use for the different purpose. I will explain later. So if it is starting with the L, then the particular file is having soft link file like this. Next is C. C is a special file. So C, it is not showing anywhere. CD. So if it is starting with a C, then it is special file. I think there is no files contained with the starting any special files here as well. So if the file is starting with the C, then it is special file. That's it. Next is socket. If there is any sockets, then it will be showing as a S. Then block device will be showing us in the B. df-h. So if it is any files starting with B, block device, yes, starting with S, then socket. Those files not available now to display. Then next is color schemas for different file types. So each and every files will be having the different colors. You can see here green, blue, red, white, this and all. So each and every file having the different. Blue is the directories. If the files having blue color, here cd etc. So these files and all in the blue color. So these are directories, and if it is in the white, these are all text files. And if in the pink, then those are images, pink files, CFG. If you download some images, it will be shown in the pink. So example, I will take any image. So downloading image into Linux is very simple. I will go to home, image, DevOps logo. I will take this one, copy. So normally copy image link, if you get it will download. Let's see. So I'll go to, so downloading means wget command we have to use, but I don't think it will work. We have to install it. Wget command not found. You install. See, a wget -y. It won't work. No root. See here, when we try to install something, then subscription management repository not updated. This command has to be run with the supervisor user only. So we have to go to sudo su hyphen. This particular command is very important. Regularly we use. Go to inside that, and I will use the yum install wget -y. So it will install wget command again. Now I have to use the wget here only. We have to installation also we need access. Let's see once again. Wget connecting when index.html installed downloaded here, but I want image. How to get the image link? Save link, copy link address, open link, save image, copy image. No, it is not. Image download. No, it is not downloading. Okay. So if there are any images, it will display as like that. Where you can see where ed etc. So these are the images it is showing in the pink color. Like that it will display. Other colors are red if it is a compressed archives. So if you download any GIF files, then it will show display in the this one red color. So for example, I'm going to download one thing now. Maven installation, Apache Maven. I'm going to take the GIF file. So here we have multiple binary files. I'm going to take this one, copy link address. Again, I will go back to wget. I'll just download for now. I'll delete later. See now, if you see zip file, this compressed archive files will be in the red color. These files are in red colors. That is compressed archives. Then Kian soft links will be in the Kian color. That will be you can see etc ls hyphen ltr where soft links here you can see this is a soft link. That's why it is showing in the different color. Next is green. Executable files will be in the green. We have already seen those files. Like whichever the files in executable, those will be in the green color. You can see here. These are new and Xerox files are in the green color. Next is yellow. Devices will be in the yellow color and flashing red. Broken links will be in the flashing red. These are the different colors for the different files you can see. Yeah, that's it. Next, tomorrow we are going to start with the permissions. So permissions are very important where we can discuss about permission, how to provide permissions and which numbers we are going to see and we are going to continue with that. So I'm going to delete these files. So to delete we can use a command same rm-rf we have to use to delete the forcefully. So we are going to discuss further tomorrow. We will start with the permissions and other details we are going to discuss. uh, and also deletions, then other permissions we'll see. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you.
Thank you.